What's the most privileged thing you've ever heard someone say or do? Hello, fellow whisperers, and welcome to Whispers from the Web. Today's episode is what's the most privileged thing you've ever heard someone say to grab your snacks and tune in. 1. Why don't they just fly somewhere else during a hurricane? Like bro, it's not a vacation delay. 2. I had a college roommate who thought that students on financial aid should have to go to the back of the line at the cafeteria. I was on financial aid. 3. My friend's sister attending medical school. Did you know some people's parents don't pay for their school? 4. What about your inheritance? 5. When I was in high school, my mom would just come to the mall with us and buy whatever clothes we wanted. Said as some CEO workers and I were talking about styles from back in the day and how we had to wear Kmart specials. I mean, we were literally commiserating about how we didn't get the cool clothes. I'm not sure if she was just that stupid or thought our parents were just assholes instead of poor. 6. My ex once said before a date, I won't wear my Rolex so you don't feel poor. 7. It's so easy to travel. Just save 100300 every paycheck. I don't know why people can't do that. This was right after college, when I started paying back my loans while only making 18 hours. I told her, lady, I'm lucky if I have 20 left over. She looked shocked. 8. My therapist said I have generational wealth anxiety. 9. Dragged to a party by my younger sister BC. My parents didn't want her going alone. It was being held by friends of her boyfriend who was my age. We were both teenagers at the time. Boyfriend and friends came from much wealthier families. One of the boys had been given an expensive new car for his 18th top-end BMW, I think, but wrote it off within a week while drink driving. Absolutely no consequences for this family. Made sure he didn't face charges. Boy got to choose and get another new expensive car. He and his friends found the whole situation absolutely hilarious. 10. In an informal meeting with organizations, CEO smallish charity to discuss proposed changes including redundancies to functional area. I was part of. Charity hadn't given any pay rises, including cost of living increases for a few years. Pay had gone from being in top quartile for the area when I joined to well below market rate. So those of us in the lower pay bands were really feeling it. CEO tried to empathize by saying she was struggling too because she couldn't afford to get a twice-weekly professional blow-dry anymore. To clarify, going to hairdressers twice a week for a wash and dry. Meanwhile, my hair was long simply because I hadn't been able to afford a haircut for 18 months. Tried very hard to backtrack when she saw our faces. 11. My wife does work for high-profile clients. Often, you'll see a 20,000 food order barely touched and due to liability concerns thrown away. I wish this was S. 12. Having to fly first class opposed to taking the private jet. It's a tough life for some. 13. In a creative writing class many years ago, I'd written a scene, which was almost a complete recreation of my stepfather berating my mother, using what he said word for word, and his actions in belittling and putting hands on her. Someone criticized it as being a caricature, and disbelieving that people behaved like that in real life. 14. My aunt is in Greece RN specifically just to get a tan. She is doing nothing else in one of the most beautiful places on earth. She went to Greece because she heard they have the best conditions for tanning. 15. There is no such thing as privilege. Everybody has the same chances. 16. A friend was craving this macaroon shop in Paris over breakfast and cancelled her date that night to fly for a night to eat them. 17. I had someone question me why I bother working when I'm Indian. They thought that the government pays me to be Indian. 18. How much do you think the city will make me pay to move this bus stop so I can replace my bottom unit with a garage? 19. Dear, you know who I am. Every Johns Hopkins frat boy when pulled up for acting inappropriately. No son, and no one else does either. 20. Listening to an ex explain how her parents rented a spot in a shitty trailer park in some shitty area to use as an address to send financial aid, despite the fact she comes from Virginia Beach money.